And we're back.
Hello, what's up, and welcome back to the bathroom.
Welcome to the third stall. I always go to the third stall.
You know what? I just go to whichever one is empty because I usually wait too fucking long, and I just have to get in and get out.
But that is true. That is true. But if it's an empty bathroom, I feel like for some reason the third stall is always the cleanest stall.
That's fair. All right. Well,
because nobody wants to walk that far.
Well, in that case, the official location of lobotomy room. You're getting your lobotomy done in the third stall.
In the third stall, right across from the sink.
That is an excellent segue into hello and welcome back to Lobotomies in the Ladies' Room. And I finally got it right on the first try. I'm your host, Kira. And of course, we have the effervescent, the radiant Donovan.
Like you aren't effervescent and radiant. We both are.
I can't talk about myself like that when we're giving introductions.
Yes, you can.
Imagine if I start the episode and it's like me, your host who serves creativity, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
I can absolutely say that. Absolutely.
Right. Next episode, especially because we may or may not have a guest on our next episode. So I will come out talking my shit specifically about myself.
Yes, please do. Every episode.
Yeah.
Girl, so for today's bell ringer, what's something that you grew up thinking, like, I'm going to be an adult when I get this? Like, I have to have this thing in order to be an adult.
Honestly, didn't think too much about adulthood up until I was like 13. And so to me, it was like, I know I'm an adult when I get my braces off. Cut to me like getting my braces off a year later, so it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because I was still a child.
Girl, you know what's crazy? Clay is like abusing me right now, as he usually does.
It's always a man.
And he's like, it's always a man. It's always a man. And he's completely going through my mail. And you know what? That's actually the perfect segue to my thing I thought I would have. Which I guess I do. A credit card. Open the mail, get that fresh credit card. Little did I know, debt comes with that. Yeah, so that was like a rude awakening. Yeah, actually, when I was 18, I opened my first credit card. It was a Nordstrom card, girl, with a $5,000 limit.
You know what? My first credit card also was a $5,000 limit, and I don't know why they thought I didn't get my first credit card until I was 21. And I really don't know why.
And I did it on a whim. Because you know how they're like, oh, if you open a credit card, you save like so-and-so and so-and-so. And I'm like, I'm not going to get approved. I'm 18. I'm not going to get it.
And there you were.
And there I was.
Approved. See.
And deeply irresponsible.
I got my first credit card because I was really broke, but I wanted to go to the club.
Valid.
Like I was 21. I wanted to experience like legal drinking in public. And I was like, I can't do this on my $12 an hour Panera Bread salary. So on a whim, I got up on Credit Karma, checked my credit score, and I was like, oh, that doesn't seem too shabby. And then opened a credit card. And they approved me like immediately with a $5,000 limit. And I was like, I heard the saxophones, girl. I knew it was going to be the worst fucking idea I'd ever had.
The saxophones just got louder and louder as that application was like loading, where it's like processing your application, looking through your information.
When I fucking tell you that first 2 months of having that credit card...
And the thing is, I worked at, actually, you know what, I was 19. I had just turned 19 because I was working at the Untuckit on Michigan Avenue,
Right.
connected to the Nordstrom, the mall that the Nordstrom was in. And on my lunch breaks, swipe,
Mm-hmm.
swipe,
Mm-hmm.
a little diptyque, swipe,
Mm-hmm.
a little Joe Malone, swipe, a wallet, a purse, swipe.
Yeah, no, shockingly, I wish that I
Like,
could say I was like abusing my credit card for like
mm-hmm.
the only like truth, like tangible item I think I used that credit card on was I went to Ulta that was down the street from that Untuckit that you worked at.
Oof,
I went to that Ulta and
that Ulta was good.
I spent a cool $300 to $400. Beyond that, though, when I tell you that Capital One Quicksilver was exclusively
Capital One
funding,
is always at the scene of the crime.
girl, I was the drunkest I've ever been from like 21 to 23 because that credit card was picking that bar tab up like nobody's business. Like
Girl.
nobody's business. And then like half the time I'm at the club, I'm not even drinking because I'm on fucking Molly. And so I'm spending like dude, I'd come home with a bar tab of like $50 for what? Bottles of
Yeah,
water? Bottles
yeah,
of water.
yeah. Wait, they were charging for bottles of water?
These Chicago venues and clubs are some of the stingiest bastards this side of the Mississippi.
When they start doing that? Or
Um,
maybe I just don't remember. Maybe I never paid attention to that.
yeah, no, dude, like a bottle of water at the Aragon is like $8.
Excuse me?
Yeah, no. And then they switched to liquid death, like post
Of
pandemic.
course. Of
Which,
course.
don't get me
Of
wrong,
course.
love me a liquid death, but like, please get the fuck out of here. I'm rolling face.
And
I'm
then it
not
was
trying to
what,
be like,
10?
dude, I'm not like, truthfully, could not tell you. In truth, could not tell you how much a liquid death can cost at like Concord or like the Aragon Ballroom. But I
What?
do know that if I was rolling too hard, I'd be so scared I was gonna slice my lip open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never happened. It was an
What
unintended.
is the difference between a liquid death and everything else? Because I know last time I went to Lala, and I actually the last time I went was with my mom, Queen Adrienne,
Mm-hmm.
may she rest in peace. And I had like my water bottle to go to the refill station, but then I got like two liquid deaths because that was like the water of the festival
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And my mom was like, "Oh, I'm not drinking this. Oh, I'm not drinking this." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, girl," but I'm also just like, "What's what's the what's the gag? What's special about it besides water in a can?"
I think it is the fact, at least from friends of mine who are sober and drink liquid
Mm-hmm.
death when they're out, it looks like a beer can. Like it looks like a
Got
tall
it.
boy of beer. And
That
so
is true.
it is very helpful branding to those who are sober curious. I'm quite literally
Mm.
drinking a hard seltzer that's some bitchy ass flavor, so I can't sober talk. Um, it's strawberry lemon basil.
Basil.
It is the best thing I've ever had in my life.
Strawberry lemon basil.
I was at
It sounds fresh.
Oh, it's delicious. It's refreshing. Yet again, Whole Foods found itself at the scene of the crime this weekend.
It is also
Um,
Whole Foods,
yeah.
also always at the scene of the crime. Yeah.
And so there was like a variety of pack of this thing. It's called like Quirk hard seltzer. And it was just above the White Claws.
I
And
was
it
gonna
was
say, what's it close to? Like a White Claw or a Truly? What's the vibe?
it's definitely like a White Claw, but like tastier. Um,
Ooh, okay.
it's the berries and botanicals. It's the berries and botanicals variety.
Berries, botanicals, and bojangles. I love it all.
Dude, just like, you know what? I'm changing my response. I knew I was an adult, or when I was younger, I knew I would be an adult when I like started drinking weird bullshit like this. Like, I realized in high school that when I started liking LaCroix, like that would be the symptom of
Oh,
adulthood.
listen, this may be controversial. This may be controversial. Me and LaCroix.
Do you like any sparkling water though?
I like Perrier.
Okay, too.
I do like Perrier. That's it. Or Topo Chico.
Yeah,
I'll
those
drink
are good.
that.
Well, those are like mineral waters
Um,
though, my love. Those are not like true.
what do you mean?
Is that true? Well, there's like still water, there's sparkling water, and then there's mineral water.
Well, Perrier has the sparkling water.
Yeah. Topo Chico, I think, is mineral water.
Don't they have a sparkling water?
Maybe they do.
I feel
It's
like
all
they
just a
do.
racket at this fucking point. Like, let's
It
be so
is. Like, give me the
serious.
bubbles or don't.
Like, is it
I
gonna
will
fizz?
say I love a Perrier sparkling water with some cranberry juice and a lime. Listen, all
Hmm.
the people who don't like to drink alcohol, there's your mocktail vodka cran right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's so refreshing and it's so good. It hits every time.
Dude, there are times where, like, I go out and I really don't care to drink just because, like,
Hmm.
maybe my stomach hurt that morning because I'm
Hmm.
getting up there in age, or I'm still violently hungover from the night before and the smell of liquor makes my stomach churn.
Hmm.
Um, Coming up and, like, figuring out that you can make anything in a rocks glass look like a cocktail when it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Dude, like,
Wonderful discovery.
oh my god. Sometimes I'll do like sparkling water and pineapple juice.
Yes.
Or girl,
A little bit of thyme in there.
you know what else is good? Ginger beer and pineapple. Most bars have ginger
Ooh.
beer and lots of bars have pineapple juice. And it's delish.
You know what I also discovered when I was in Vegas um to see the Grands, and I went out with friends one night, and I originally had a Dirty Shirley, which is like a Dirty Shirley Temple. And so I had that, and then I was like, can you just make one without the alcohol? And girl, walk with me.
You mean just like a regular Shirley Temple?
No, it's a virgin Dirty Shirley. Ginger ale and Pepsi.
Oh.
I know it sounds crazy. When I tell you, I was like, oh,
Oh.
we're somewhere. I don't know where, but it's given Dirty Virgin Shirley. Like, you taste it and you're like, okay, something is happening here.
That's so fascinating because as my like plebeian brain just said, like, you mean a Shirley Temple? I didn't realize that you could make. I'm also turning my AC on because it's fucking 82 degrees in Chicago right now.
Girl, it was so warm today over here, too.
I hope you can't hear that. Why are we going so fucking fast?
What are we going so fast for?
This is the first time since October I've had to turn my AC on.
It's time. The streets are opening. The sun is shining.
It's definitely going to be shut off tomorrow because we're going to be back down to like high 60s. And at that point,
Yeah.
I can just open my windows.
Yeah.
But no, girl, it is like summertime outside here.
Yeah, it was so nice out today, and it was so sunny. It was a really nice day today. And spring break is in 2 days. Ugh,
God bless.
I'm ready for a break.
God bless this mess.
That's one thing about adulthood, though, that's kind of like womp womp. Granted, being a teacher is cool for that fact because we get a spring break and a Christmas break and a summer break and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But not having like breaks like that in any other job as an adult,
Girl.
it's like, give me my nap time.
See,
Sometimes I wish I'm like, can we just have a nap time? Please.
I'm not even
Please.
gonna lie to you that, like, when I was still a regular cigarette smoker,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, the time has come, the time that I never thought would come has come, where I am not a casual cigarette smoker anymore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have to be, like, 3-4 drinks to the wind before I'm
Mm-hmm.
lighting up a goddamn Newport. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
addicted to vaping, which I think might be worse, but, the way that I would time out at every job I've ever had when I could like pop out for a little cig.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the way that it's like, okay, so if I got to work at 9, I could go like I'll put a good honest hour and a half in, 10:30, pop out for a little 10-minute. And
Mm-hmm.
then lunchtime, oh my god, well it's my lunch hour. I can fit another 2 cigs in at
Mm-hmm.
that point. And then like that 3 o'clock like slowness comes. Guess who's
Mm-hmm.
outside? Puff puff
Let me step
puffing away.
out. Mm-hmm.
And then oh my god, it's 4:45. Technically I can't leave until 5. So how am I gonna kill my last 15 minutes? Oh, I'm gonna have another cigarette. Like
Sick. Yeah. A cold
I
crisp one.
God, it just felt so luxurious, especially because cigarette breaks are, I think, protected federally. Where it's like you can't even like don't come out here
Mm-hmm.
and interrupt me in my time.
Right.
God, aka the U.S. government, says I can have this, so step on off me since I'm not allowed to smoke inside.
Which is still like crazy to me because when I do go back to Vegas, I'm like everybody is just like at the slots in the bar, in the hotel, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. This is interesting." I feel like the only thing I would change about that though is if they can like ventilate a little bit more because I'm like, "Oh, I'm literally in the thick of it."
Yeah,
Like, okay, backyardigan tease. I am
into
into
the
the thick
thick
of
of
it.
it.
Into the thick of it.
Ugh.
But me tripping over some old lady's purse. Like sorry, ma'am.
Sorry, get the
Get
old lady
there.
your shit.
Right.
Geraldine, if you don't pick that damn purse up off the floor.
And she's just locked into her slots.
Dude, you know who's
All the bells and whistles.
obsessed with slots?
Who?
Tyler and his mom love penny slots. Like
Okay,
they
but you know what? Penny
love
slots are
penny
tea.
slots. I I had never touched a slot machine a day in my life because
Mm-hmm.
I know myself. I know myself. I can never gamble for serious. Like I picked up a cigarette one time as a teenager and then
Mm-hmm.
proceeded to smoke for 10 years. Like I know myself
I
well
think
enough.
though, the losing, it's what gets me.
No, I
I
promise you
don't
it doesn't.
like
No, I promise.
I can't. I was like, once I see that I'm losing the little $5 that I put in the slot, I said, oh, it's a wrap. No more for me. That $5 is all I'm gonna lose today.
Yeah, girl. Unfortunately, the very first time I put money in a slot machine, I won $180.
Period.
So then I proceeded to play until I won another like 40, $60. And then after I was like out of all the money to put
Mm-hmm.
into the slot, I stopped. But I sat there and like really had like a quick conversation with the self. Because like
You
it's
have to
not,
look at your reflection and
dude,
see if it showed who you really were.
in the glassy, like smudged screen
Mm-hmm.
from people like poking on the goddamn touchscreen,
Mm-hmm.
I really had to sit there and be like, is this a vice you need to take on? Like, is this really something that you need to start doing? And so the ongoing joke between Tyler and I is that you'll know I've like hit bottom if you see me just like playing like slots and gambling.
Well, you know what, girl? We gotta take a girls' trip to Vegas.
Where I'll lose my life. I'll lose my life.
Honestly, though, like not even going to like the casinos. There's so many other like places that I've discovered, which is also great about being an adult because you can just like go places. Like I know that sounds crazy, but like you can truly be outside.
No, but it's true though. Like these little kids these days, they think that they got, and by little kids I mean like these seniors in high school.
Right.
But like
Right.
these little kids these days, they think spring break is like the
Mm-hmm.
closest they'll ever get to freedom a day in their lives. And
It's
then
like, oh, you just wait.
suddenly you're 24, 25, in
And
our
you make,
case, 28.
yeah. And you're making real money and you go to Cancun.
Girl, you visit your friends who are all in different states. Because, okay, great segue, actually. Sorry to, like, kill this bright moment, but can we fucking talk about how, like, the older you get, literally everyone moves.
Everyone moves.
Everyone moves.
People be moving.
And, like, none of my friends, almost none of my friends, are in the same time zone.
It's upsetting.
Like, we'll be sitting here like, oh, what time do you want to FaceTime? And it's like, oh, well, 3 my time is noon your time, which is 6 your time. Like,
yeah.
Are we okay?
Let me put it in my agenda, in my purse agenda. Let me put it in my Apple Calendar and sync up our time zones. Like, everyone's just everywhere all at once, truly. But I also think that's the beautiful thing about adulthood, too, because it's like the people who are meant to be there are there, and you make time for the people that you want in your life. And I think the relationships that you build only get better.
That's very true. I would say that ironically, my friends who are distance speaking the furthest from me are my closest friends.
Same.
Which, like, sucks when I'm bored and I want to go to the bar. But, like...
Right.
But also, like, the joy of that all is, like, you never have to, like, really figure out where you're going on vacation.
That is true, because all of us live somewhere interesting and fun.
Yeah.
Like, we've got Chicago, New York, the Bahamas, technically Las Vegas.
We got Nashville. Where the hell does everyone else live?
I think that's it. Like, the people who, no tea, no shade, matter. That's where they all live. We've got some, like, good cities on our... New Orleans.
This is true.
New Orleans. Yeah. We're
really
all in, like, lit cities. Yeah.
You know, I would really love a friend in, like, Canada somewhere, though.
Same. I've never been to Canada, and it's crazy because it's right there.
Yeah. I haven't either.
I really want to go to Toronto.
I would love to go to Toronto and Vancouver.
Yeah. Which one is the one they speak French in? Vancouver? It's like strictly French. Or mostly French. Someone will correct us eventually. I'm gonna assume Vancouver.
You know what? I'm about to look this up because I feel
it seems like it would be Vancouver. Because, okay, let's be for real. Drake is from Toronto.
I keep forgetting about that, man.
And it's so sad that that's the link that I have to Toronto. Isn't The Weeknd from... Is he from Vancouver? Is he from Canada? I feel like he's from...
The Weeknd is from Canada. It's Quebec.
Oh, Quebec. That makes sense. Oui.
And New Brunswick also. And eastern and northeastern parts of Ontario.
Oh.
In Manitoba.
Period. Canada's huge.
Yeah.
There's just so many places. It's such... Honestly, I feel like it's kind of like here, where it's just, like, gigantic. And people will probably think, oh, I can just, like, drive here, drive there. And it's, like, a 2-day drive to get to the next province over or something.
Yeah, girl, even I have the problem, and I've lived in the U.S. of A my entire goddamn life, where I'll look at something and I'll be like, I could probably make that drive in a day. Mind you, don't drive. No. I don't drive at all. But I really do sit here in my mind's eye and go like, oh, I could totally get there in like a day.
I think the only place that I firmly believe that and know is like living here on the East Coast. Like going from here to DC was like 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then Connecticut's right there.
Right.
Like, I feel like on the East Coast, because everything is so compact, it's easy. But the further west, I'm like, bro, we really are spread out. No wonder they're like, what do y'all do? Hang in cornfields?
My best.
Because it really be like that.
Look, country girls make do.
They do.
I'm doing
they
my
do.
best.
They do.
Again, have never lived outside of a populated environment, and I'm referring to myself as a country girl, but whatever.
But you know what? Same, because I feel like we have the spirit of like creek women.
I'm corn fed as hell. I know that.
Right. Like, we're playing at the creek, barefoot.
The crick.
The crick.
The
We're
crick.
at the crick. And we're in our overalls rolled up to our knees, you know, hair down.
All right, Miss Girl. I don't know what your experience was in the suburbs, but I can assure you that's not what I was doing.
I mean, my suburb was very like, it was very like nature-y. Like, we had a couple forest preserves around. The neighborhood was very woodsy. Lots of deer, lots of raccoons and possums and bats and stuff of the sorts.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in touch with that.
You're
play in the dirt.
You're in tune with Mother Earth.
I am. I like to be grounded.
You know, the suburb I grew up in was very similar. Like, lots of forest preserves, parks, trees, and the such.
Mm-hmm.
However, oh my god, so when I was a senior in high school, I convinced my mom to let me participate in senior ditch day. She wasn't going to. She had to call one of our family friends who was a teacher at my high school to like confirm that it was senior ditch day because she like really was about to send me to school. The only one, mind you. Even the AP kids, like,
of course,
were allowed to not be in school that day. And I had to be like, Michelle, please. So I went with this like boy to the forest preserve, a boy who I'd back over with a car today, might I add.
Of course.
But like, he was like, yeah, I gotta show you this like creepy little thing in the forest preserve. And me being me, I was like, all right, okay. Sure. Here we
lead the way.
You know what? Here we go. And it was like somebody had like built this like stature, this like, it was like a combination of like a structure in which one might like, actually it was pretty big. Like, you could stand in it. Like, I could stand in it, and I'm a big bitch. Like, but it was like made out of like half like twigs and like branches and shit, but then like deer bones. And I was like,
honestly, I'm intrigued.
No, like, when I tell you, it was definitely the most disturbing spiritually.
Oh, it sounds disturbing, and it sounds spiritually heavy.
It was giving like American Horror Story Roanoke a little bit. And in the back of my head, I was like, I feel as though this man definitely built this structure. He did not just like come across this in like the forest preserve. Like, he created this.
He constructed this.
But he like denied it and then was like, well, that's all I had to show you. And I was like,
okay. What now?
Like, actually, what now? Nobody thinks ahead.
No.
Nobody thinks ahead ever.
No.
They're like, let me show you this thing that I can do. And
they
then,
don't.
And then they show
about a lot of things. Like, I had one of my students the other day, and he was like, oh yeah, me and his other classmate, both of whom are my students, are getting an apartment together, and we're going to share a studio.
Pause. How old are these kids?
18. 17, 18.
Oh, so they're dumb. Okay.
And they're going off to college.
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, $3,000 is as much as we want to spend on rent.
Okay.
We're going to split it. We're going to split it, so it'll be like $1,500 each. And I said, that's not counting utilities, by the way. And then silence. And he's like, right. So we're going to share a studio. I was like, not even a one bed? Like, you could fake it. You could do like a one bed and then split the living room into like a bedroom, or like do a, you know, you're going to want space.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I didn't, we'll do that. And I was like, okay. And we said we're going to play volleyball in the apartment. And I just want somewhere where I can play music out loud in the morning, because I need to start my day off with music. Valid, because same. I have my speaker, I have my headphones on at all times in the morning. I said, Oh, how I do not wish I was your neighbor. Because being an adult now, that may have seemed cute when I was 18. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna move in with my homegirls, and it's gonna be like, I don't know,
Yeah.
Cheetah Girls. Which, actually, I'll come back to that thought. But anywho, I'm like, now, if I had two college-aged neighbors playing volleyball and blasting music early in the morning in their apartment, it would be my 13th reason.
So, like, where the fuck is this volleyball net supposed to go?
Like, what are we using for that? Are we using a net? Are we just kind of like tossing the ball around?
Like in a New York City studio apartment.
Right.
Split between two people. And that's assuming that they both bring like twin-sized mattresses. That's assuming they're not sitting here trying to bring in like two full or queen.
Or they're like in a bunk bed.
Right. Okay, stepbrothers.
Right.
Like the music part I could get behind. Like
right.
The music part I can get behind that. I could see like logistically.
I think the music part is fine because same.
Because like logistically too, like some of these buildings, they've got concrete between like walls and floors. True. So you could get away with being a little loud, sonically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
But what's got me a little stuck,
right,
is where we put in the net.
Right.
Are we using like
a sheet, an actual net?
Like the kind that you put in a pool? Is it regulation? Like,
right.
Like where are we going? Where are we going with this? Oh, to be young.
I'm just like, oh, to be young.
Oh, to be young.
And back to my Cheetah Girls.
Get into it, mother.
Moment. I feel like now that we're older, we're closer to that now than we were then.
You know what? I would actually have to agree.
Like, thinking back, like when it first came out, and you're thinking you're in elementary school, you're fighting over who's Gabriella or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like we liked it because obviously there are those girls,
right?
But couldn't fully embody what it meant to be a cheetah girl. Right. I feel like now at our big age, we understand what it means to be cheetah-licious, and I love that for us.
We also understand. Oh my god! I hope we don't get copyrighted for what I just. Sorry. Oh my god! I have to be serious. We also know at our big age. What it feels like to be.
Take your time, Pastor. Take your time.
Just because I had to do a list for really quick.
Oh.
We know what it feels like to be sick and tired of all these promises.
Oh no.
Oh my god. We know what it's like to be sick and tired of all these promises.
Oh, we do. We do though. We do though.
Oh my god. Which, if you guys haven't figured out, the topic... Oh my god. The topic of this episode is about adulthood. Because Donovan and I have come to terms with the fact over the last, not 2026 calendar year, but from this point last year to now, we've really become...
Life is lifed.
We have now intimately discovered we are the new adults, which is crazy because we're rounding the corner of our 30s soon here, and it's kind of shocking it took us this long to realize we're adult people in this world. We're paying bills, we're paying taxes,
we're just about old enough to run for Congress.
Vote Donovan and Kira for Congress.
Please.
Oh my god.
Oh, girl, could you imagine if we were in the political sphere?
Oh,
Oh my
I
god.
so don't need to be there. I really
Oh
have
my
thought about it.
god.
I can't even hold you. I really have thought about running for like a federally elected office. Like I went, I did the research. I figured out
Mm-hmm.
like I know how to do it if I clean up my Twitter from 10 years ago. Um like I have figured out how to run for like Congress. I never need to be in the same space as Lauren
No.
Boebert. I really
No.
don't because I would be
As
sitting there.
any of those people over there.
Gee, I'd be wasting so much time specifically with that broad because I
It's
would constantly be bringing up her OCPHJ at Beetlejuice the musical while she's sitting in there vaping.
mm-hmm.
It's like, girl, you're a grandma at 50 because y'all decided the familial cycle you wanted to lead was teen pregnancy. Let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
that. Also, the fact
Mm-hmm.
that she got her GED because she couldn't be sworn in without having her GED, like,
I did not know that.
look, girl, I know that school is not for everybody. I don't think everyone should go to college. I'll be so real. I think it is
I agree.
absolutely a
I agree.
choice. I think it is a choice, but you got to do something. Go to a trade.
At least get the high school degree, folks. Coming
Right.
from two teachers.
1.5.
Get your girl, you're on your way. You're there. You're there. Two teachers.
All right.
Get that high school diploma.
Yeah.
Please. At the very least. What you do after that is up to you.
Dude,
I know college is not for everyone.
these bitches in Congress can't fucking read.
They
And I'm
can't.
sitting here beholden to what those
We
dinosaurs.
really are in a literacy crisis. On
That's
every
another
level.
thing. Girl, that is another thing I did not think about, like growing up. How
Mm-hmm.
much George W.'s No Child Left Behind policy was about to fuck us. Was about to fuck us. Why?
Some of
Okay.
y'all needed to be left behind. Desperately.
I don't think that people. How do I say this? I don't think that people who are my age and can't read a lick deserve to have their opinions be weighed heavier than mine.
Absolutely.
I'm
Agreed.
sorry, but if you're still at like,
if you can't think critically, why are you speaking?
if you're struggling to read Junie B. Jones to your grandkids, if you're struggling to read Captain Underpants to your children,
they don't even know what that is, by the way.
They don't know what fucking anything is. You know what? Do not let me get up on the soapbox.
But you know what's crazy? I think about what it's gonna be like, even for like my kids who are about to graduate, what the experience of adulthood is gonna be like for them in this day and age. And when I tell you, we literally got the last helicopter at Anam because
yeah.
I could not do it. If I was just turning 18 now or 19, girl.
I think my lucky stars that my sister and her boyfriend think I'm old. Because, which, again, crazy. But also, I guess at like 17, 18 years old, I also thought people in their late 20s were like,
yeah.
But I think my lucky stars, like, I do not have to deal with like even a fraction of what the kids these days have to deal with, like socially, or like with their parents, or with like their educators, or with like other adults. And it's like such a double-edged sword because it's like, thank God I don't have to deal with that. Like in their shoes, like I'm not 17, 18, 19 years old. But I do feel as though it still goes back to those damn phones and like a lot of the things that kids are struggling with, at least socially, I've noticed definitely comes back to this like idealistic view of what they think life outside of their like bubble looks like. And I'm just like, okay, you guys are all going to be really bummed when you get that first W-2, I fear.
Honestly, even for like, bless you, girl.
Thank you.
Even when I think about my first class of 7th graders that I taught, and I showed them, they've never seen High School Musical. So what did I do the last 2 days of school? I showed them High School Musical.
Look, we
And
are
I said,
all in
I
this
can't.
together.
And you know what I told them? I can't wait for you to experience this in high school. Did I set them up? Yeah. But you know what? Disappointment is a part of growing up.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh
I was like,
my
oh my God, this is just like high school. And they were like, some of them were actually thinking about it. Some of them were like, girl, stop lying. But others were like, really? Is it like, are we? I said, yeah. I can't wait for you to experience it. Spring break and all.
You know what I will say? If you are in theater in high school, your life will be exactly like High School Musical.
That is true.
You know what? Except it's a little bit more sexually charged for some reason, but it's the hormones,
It's
girl.
the hormones.
Like,
It's the hormones.
I was, believe it or not, I was a theater kid.
I believe it. I believe it.
Oh.
Girl, I believe it.
Okay.
Stage manager.
Okay. Well, I was not on stage. I was in pit orchestra, costuming and makeup. I was BTS.
Okay, T.
I was behind the
I
scenes.
can see that.
Because I don't have a face for or the demeanor to be on a stage. Also, my memory's always been bad, so like my memory, you want me to remember my lines? Get fucked. But yeah, when I tell you, from watching High School Musical, that is the only movie that did accurately depict my high school experience in that specific genre of how I spent my time.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's missing is like the copious amount of, again, callback OTPHJs and like smoking weed.
Yeah. And just like exclusively hanging out and dating your fellow theater mates.
Oh, I didn't do that. I had daddy issues, girl. I was seeking out Steak and Shake employees. Dude, I was climbing up the tree of people who like worked at the local 24-hour Denny's. I was not concerned. I was not concerned.
It's the theater group.
No.
Not the Denny's. Oh my God.
I always found it really incestuous, and I think that is something that's something you really do notice, especially as you get older, is there really is like a distinct line when you're an adult where like there's no intermixing whatsoever.
No.
Like you're not, and of course that has to do with the fact that like high school and when you're a teenager, your school is a bubble. Mm-hmm. And so your pool, unless you have issues like I did, your pool is very small, it's very insulated, and so you have no choice but to overlap. Mm-hmm. But girl, like when you're an adult, if someone is even so much as still friends with one of your exes, you're like, so we aren't friends anymore.
Exactly.
Like the
matter of fact, I think you should leave. You're exiled. Or actually, you know what? I'll just move the next county over.
Die.
Today.
Die.
Quickly.
I swear to God.
Immediately.
I swear to God. Well, because like that definitely is something that like as you get older, your friendships, they flux, they flow. Mm-hmm. You make new friends as an adult. It's difficult and it feels like you're in preschool again. But like you're constantly meeting a bunch of different people from a bunch of your different life facets. Whereas like that also makes it easier for when you do unfortunately go through like a breakup of some sort. Mm-hmm. Even if you did bond like with your friend's ex-boyfriend or your friend's ex-girlfriend or ex-partner, whatever, you never have to see that fucking person again.
Right.
Like, you never have to see that fucking person again because it's like your friendships at that point start to feel a lot more like family. Mm-hmm. And so you're not going to be like, oh yeah, my sister broke up.
Come and go way more often.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Way more often.
I kind of like it better that way. I can't lie.
That's the same. Because, like, think about the people that you'll meet at work and then you leave that job, or people that you meet on a night out at the club dancing, or people that you meet at the dive that you go to. Some of them stick around. Some of them are just there for a hoot and holler, and they move on, and that's okay too.
Yeah, dude, my
That's adulthood.
Instagram is cluttered. my Instagram is cluttered with people I knew for like 3 to 6 to 9 months to like maybe a couple years, and now we just don't speak anymore.
Yeah,
but I think
that's
too.
what Facebook is for me. I'm like, yeah, sure,
fair.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I added someone on Facebook. I can't.
Me,
Can't lie to you.
actually, me. Oh no, I would say fairly recently. I think it was like one of my old teachers and then one of my old classmates from high school. But it's not like a
Add us on
frequent
Facebook.
thing. But it's not like a frequent thing. I feel like I got my Facebook page or made a new Facebook page like my senior year of high school, so all of us could like add each other and keep up with each other in life. And then I just like never really touched it again. I check in maybe every 2 months to see what the tea is, and then I just kind of, okay, close it. I'll come back 2 months later.
See, I actually recently did like a pretty mass unfollow of people I went to high school with on my Instagram because I came to realize that like I didn't go to school with like messy enough people. Like like nobody is like airing out their divorce dramas online. Nobody's like accusing someone of like lying about who the like the baby daddy of like one of their kids are. Like I went to school with like all things considered pretty well-adjusted people. And so it's like a lot of us my senior year, like we're like, oh my god, we're gonna stay in touch, we're gonna be best friends forever. And then like I fucked off to college and never came back to the suburbs. Like when I say I moved out at 18, I mean I packed my shit up and I said goodbye, and I have not been, excluding like a few months over the pandemic, have not been back since. And so I'm like looking at my feed, and it's a lot of people who were like happily engaged and like getting married to their high school sweethearts, and like that's nice and all, but I want to see someone like screaming at someone else in a comment section. And if you're not going to give me that, then
why are we here?
Right. Like we don't talk.
I will say as adults, the drama is very interesting. I think that's something, you know what, that's another thing that maybe I expected when I'm an adult. Drama. Not that I'm seeking it out, but like, ooh, like divorces.
Right.
Paternities.
Right.
Paternity tests. Like, you moved in with who? They kicked you out? Who's gonna take the apartment? Who's taking the cat?
I was expecting a level of like salacious tea.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, ooh, like our own little like MTV series or something.
Right.
Maybe that's bad.
Well,
but hey.
I definitely like watched a lot of Real Housewives.
Right.
So, and I see them biddies like screaming at each other every episode. And so I really did think like as adults, like you're getting in these like confrontations.
Yeah.
And it turns out like you're not. Like I don't really fight with my friends.
No, because we all like each other.
Imagine.
We all get along.
Imagine.
The magic of actually liking the people that you're friends with. Now that's a concept.
See, you know what though? The one thing that I didn't think was going to carry over from being like a youth into adulthood is there really are adults out here who like don't like their friends.
That is true.
Like
that's so true.
Like there are really
very high school.
There are really some people out here, people that I know in my personal life, where it's like they'll talk to me about the people they're friends with, and it's like none of you like each other.
Yeah.
Like, and then it makes me, but
Clay
then
agrees.
People like that do give me a lot of pause though, because it's like if you don't even like your friends who like girl, you mean to tell me you're getting on Instagram same day every year wishing them a super heartfelt like, I love you so much. You're a blessing to this
Making them a
planet.
birthday post on Instagram and Facebook, and then
Yeah.
turn around and you hate the person.
And it's like, oh my God, what are you saying about me?
Exactly.
Like, what are you saying about me to everyone else?
Exactly.
And it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
It's hard to know.
nasty.
It's hard to know me. I know why you talk shit. But no, like, it does give me a lot of pause with people who do talk shit about their friends, especially as adults.
Because it's like, why would I trust you? And then this is how you talk about other people.
It is very
Even
jarring.
people who talk about others when they aren't their friend, I'm still like, and I don't know you, and you're talking about people crazy. It's one thing to like kiki. It's one thing to kiki with the girls. No. It's one thing to kiki with the girls, right? But if I'm meeting someone for the first time, like say like I go to a dive and I just strike up a conversation and they just start going in, I'd be like,
no, that I would
girls,
agree.
No, it's a free for all.
I was gonna say
it's no man's land.
I was gonna say, Donovan, you've heard me say some like downright despicable things about
and you've heard me say some things. So it's like this does not count. I'm talking about strangers.
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
Also, like, apparently men full stop. but I always thought, like, in high school, men grew up, right? Because I don't know why I thought this, because I didn't really ever date men my age to begin with, but I definitely always saw in high school and when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, like men grew up a little bit, like they weren't so bitch made. And while that really hasn't changed, they're bitch made in all new ways.
Because they have money now.
Yeah, girl, and like I'm watching this happen in real time. Like I don't know if you watch Summer House, but I sure do.
Yes.
And like watching 40-something-year-old Kyle Cook.
Yeah.
Start a DJ career.
Maybe that's the equivalent to their Instagram baddie.
Men shouldn't have anything that ends in baddie.
No, they shouldn't. I mean, men shouldn't have anything. Period.
But I also like men these days, like they're the most trifling group of people I've ever met.
Yeah, girl.
Why do all of you want to be behind the DJ booth? That's a woman's role, first of all.
Exactly.
Why?
And they all want to be along the wall, getting picked, shaking their shoulders, a light shoulder shake, and a light hip sway. That's what they give us at the club.
They just, I saw a TikTok the other day too. Grown ass man, adult as hell, like grown, older than me, I think, was talking about how he thinks that women should be like holding the door open for men more often.
Hello,
I would just like to make this general public announcement to men, unless you're like one of the few that like Don and I have hand selected to be like,
which is like what, 2?
I think it's 3. I think we have 3.
Period.
If you're one of the like honorable mention men that like Don and I have like vetted and approved to be like in the women's space, if I'm ever holding a door open for a man, please know that I'm kicking you as it's closing behind you. I'm holding the door open to kick you out of my space.
Or I'm being held against my will. Or that's how you'll know if I got kidnapped, if I'm holding a door open for a man.
You know what? You'll know that I've been kidnapped if I start speaking of men highly. Like if I ever get up online and I'm like, I love what men have done to the world. I love living in a patriarchal society, and I think the feminists took it too far.
They just contribute so much emotionally and socially.
They're so
and artistically
strong and smart. You know what? I have to leave that there because
Yeah.
we do have an episode coming up that makes us the most evil misandrist versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
So,
going to be so exciting. I'm looking forward to that so much.
so I'm going to leave that one there because trust, I have more than
But
I
you
could
know
say.
what? That leads perfectly into our crash out corner for this week.
Period. Donovan,
So
you have a good one, so
girl,
get into it.
I have a couple.
I'm ready.
I mean, well, let me start. Thank you, Clay. Thanks. Thanks, babe. He said, "Mother, speak."
To the
Yeah.
choir.
Yeah. Well, first off, I'm over grad school. I feel exactly. He knows.
Right.
I just feel like I'm at the point where I'm like, what more do you want from me? I've done the discussion posts. I'm doing the papers. You're asking me to put in way more time on stuff that is honestly just so repetitive and redundant and irrelevant at this point. Just hand me my degree.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I need to be sat in this class, most of which is on Zoom, just like sitting here listening to you, and then I have to do like a 2-page response on what I thought happened in class? Like, I don't want to do an exit ticket. I don't want to do a thought starter. I don't want to do anything. I'm at the end now. Like, I graduate in a month and a half. I'm over it. Don't ask me to do anything else. And
Oh, hell no. What?
That was crazy.
What did he do?
That was crazy. Okay, next crash out. Let's move on from that. I'm over grad school.
Mm-hmm.
Clay, he just jumped full speed to try to get to the 1, 2, 3, 4th level of my bookshelf. Yeah. And totally did not land that like he thought he would, because there's no space for his rotisserie chicken built body on that bookshelf. And what'd he do? Knocked himself backwards and hit his head on the wall. Are you okay,
That was.
That's what that thump was.
Dude, I thought he knocked over like a piece of furniture. That
was his body. That you thought that was like an armchair falling.
Yeah,
that was
his
body hitting the wall and the floor.
Oh no.
And then he has the nerve to stand there like, what? What did I do? What did I do?
Oh Lord.
What a creature. And then he's in this phase of like digging in his water bowl like he's a dog.
Great.
I don't know what that's about.
Perfect.
I know I got him from a shelter. There were dogs in the shelter. I don't know if that's where he got it, but I need him to stop. His water bowl is in my room. I'm not trying to walk into a puddle. That's just... He also bit like a German Shepherd sized hole into his new carpet that I bought him. I don't know how he did that.
You're down?
Like, he literally took a chunk out. Yes, Precious. You took a chunk out of his carpet.
Oh,
How did he do that? He's so mysterious and just peculiar in so many ways. I'm convinced at this point he was turned into a cat. That's gotta be like a human and like cursed to be a cat.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy. And he's also starting to develop thighs and rump cheeks. So
okay, fucking Mr. Thick Bitch over there. He
like fully has a BBL, and I'm like,
dude, while you were teaching today, he flew to Miami and back.
He made an appointment with Dr. Miami, and he got a BBL and came back before I came home from work.
Get it done.
But I'm like, you know what? Like mother, like son. If he's thick, I'm thick. So, you know what? I'm gonna let my son have it. He's got my cheekbones.
Right.
He doesn't have my wit, though. after this bookshelf situation.
No.
That was crazy. Last crash out, men. All of you.
Mm-hmm.
Come to the front.
Turn the shit up if you were listening on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever
I want
the hell.
every single man listening to this podcast to turn this up right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to know, guillotine.
Yep.
Under the jail. Concrete door sealed. And then coated in iron. And put, where can I put you?
Hell.
On the first, that too, the first train to the lowest level of Dante's Inferno. All of you. Every single one of you. The audacity. The gall. The gumption. And let's look at our wardrobe. Let's look at our wardrobe. Women, we are just so... We are.
It's true.
Period.
It's true.
Like, full stop. And you want us to gag over a Patagonia t-shirt and khakis.
Dickies. Dickies. They wear...
they think they're doing something when they wear the Carhartts.
Not
in a Nike sneaker.
Not too much, girl. I wear Carhartt.
I mean... Okay, but us wearing Carhartt is different.
Yeah, I wear Carhartt in like a queer...
They're wearing uniform pants. Let's be for real.
I wear Carhartt in like a queer / I stole this from my man way.
See, that's cute. But they're wearing it in a I still go to a school that wears a uniform kind of way.
See, and it's always men who dress like that are reading like Come As You Are or like The Feminine Mystique.
The body keeps score.
Girl, look, my body is keeping the score every time I have to see it.
My body is actually losing points, actually.
Dude, my body is, like, reminding me I'm asthmatic in the worst way.
Like, I'm having palpitations in the wrong way.
The body is keeping a score, and I'm sick of looking at it.
Blood pressure, high. Stress, high. Stomach, sick. All of you, I don't know what intervention needs to happen. Obviously, there needs to be on many different fronts. We know there's what's the manosphere situation going on. But I just want to say, I wish evil upon you. Truly. Revenge. Revenge, if you will. Yeah, I'll leave it cryptic and I'll leave it vague. Yeah. Because,
trust, we will get deeper into this at a later episode.
And trust, you will be dealt with.
With a gun. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't have one of those. Imagine if I did. No, I don't.
Girl, have you seen that couple on TikTok where the husband is like, okay, outfit check of the day. Let me start with my beautiful wife. And she has on this sickening outfit. And she'll wear like Gucci boots with like a purple Glock tucked into the boot. And the husband will have on like a really nice Joseph A. Bank like suit. And then he'll lift up like his blazer and he'll have like a blicky in his belt loop.
No, I haven't. But what?
Girl, I will have to send it to you. Smith? I'm like, oh, I live. I hope they're not Republicans though. But I live.
I'll do some digging. If you find a video, send it to me, and I will find out.
I'll send it to you.
I will find out their political affiliation in like 2 seconds.
I'll send it to you. But girl, what's your crash out or crash outs for this week?
So, I actually do have a crash out. I was going into this episode. I was going into this episode, and I was like, I actually don't think I have shit to say. Like, I was really coming into this episode like, actually, I really only have things to say about our topic. Like, nothing has really ruffled my feathers. Mm-hmm. Because, as we've discussed, I'm unemployed until June. Mm-hmm. And so it's given me a lot of time to, like, read and be contemplative and just, like, really mellow the fuck out. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to Tyler this weekend because I recently went through a friend breakup. Womp womp, mm-hmm. Don't cry for me. It is what it is. To be honest, I think if you were to ask both parties, it was for the best. It was one of those, we're here for a season, not a lifetime friendship. And I'm grateful for what we experienced,
Mm-hmm.
and it is what it is now. However, one of the things that this person alluded to in one of our last conversations before we stopped speaking was my aggression. I just want to be ever so clear. I'm in therapy and I've been to anger management. I am a very relaxed individual.
You are.
And I find that the cop out that people have had for me, especially as I've chilled even more out, if that is a phrase to be said.
Mm-hmm.
I've chilled out a lot, frankly, between like 26 and 28. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was a very high strung, quick to spark individual. I might as well be the goddamn Pope now. A lot of my like is performative. I truly, if I give a fuck, I don't. Like, if you think I give a fuck, I don't. Like, I do not get like heated and angry, and like I'm not ready to.
But I will say that you do stand on business, though.
Oh, I do stand on business, but I don't do it in like the same ways that I did when I was younger. Like, I have learned that I can demand respect from others without being like, fuck you, fuck your family, fuck your friends, fuck your ovary. Like, I don't have to go as like hard because I learned how to healthily communicate with I statements. Now it's more like, I feel as though
exactly,
or this situation has made me unfortunately feel as though. And so my crash out is about the fact that it is so cheap that when I don't agree with you, to call me angry and aggressive. I think that is now my number one pet peeve in this world because I don't get loud with people on my own behalf. Now, if somebody's fucking with my friends, I will rip your head off and I will not think twice about it. But like in terms of like advocating for myself or like advocating for the quality of a relationship I have with someone, I'm not out here like being loud, aggressive, and like bitter and mean, etc. And the fact that like a narrative that as of late that has been run about me within like my own circles is that I'm angry and aggressive. Bitch, find a new synonym, find a new word. Like, find something the fuck else to say. Because unfortunately, dude, like, I'm sorry, I've been going with God at the end of the day. And I say this because it's funny because I don't believe in God, but dude, like, I've been going with light. I've been following Michelle Obama's when they go low, we go high. Like, I have not been out here being my usual dastardly self because I realized it got me nowhere and I felt worse. And I've come to find that when I so much as like vouch for myself now, and like this bothers Tyler too because he's seen how much work I've like put into not being this like banshee of a human being. So my little mini, more muted crash out because what people have to say about me at the end of the day, they can blow me. But
period.
I'm not angry. I'm not aggressive. And if you cannot truly like if you have issues with me, I am one of those people where it's like I want you to tell me in extremely certain terms what I did that bothered you. Because I would sooner fall on a sword in like broad day on a live stream than like accidentally upset or hurt one of my people. So if you want to let whatever fester or become a problem and you don't tell me, and then your response as to why you didn't tell me is that I'm aggressive, you live in a castle of your own making. And I will not live there with you. So Godspeed and God bless.
Like you're a prisoner of your mind.
Godspeed and God bless. Because I can pull old Kira out at any time, but she was really a problem for me in my life, so I choose not to do that.
But she's still hiding away in there.
Oh, she's still in there. Don't try me. I enjoy not being aggressive. I actually find that like conversations of the heart go over so much better now when I'm not like at people. I find that people listen to me when I'm not like, yeah, they go over so much better when I'm just like, hey, so like that thing that you said, it really upset me because blah, 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 blah. And so if like that, if me being like, hey, I'm sorry, this is hurting my feelings. Dude, like I cry now, god damn it. Like,
girl, and I love that for you.
I'm soft.
Soft and demure.
I'm a soft little gentle lady.
Girl, I love that for you.
Soft little gentle lady with a knife.
Honestly, you deserve. You deserve to be soft and gentle.
Well, I think everybody should be. Actually, I'm going to loop Ben into this too. I think men should be soft and demure too. I think everybody.
Agree.
Part 2 of my crash out. I think everybody deserves to feel safe enough to be soft and demure and emotionally vulnerable. Bitches forget how to be human, I've noticed these days.
Like, do.
Again, with like the idealistic of like, this is what we should be doing and how we should be acting and discipline and rah, rah. No, bitch, if you don't fucking sit there in the coffee shop while you are with your friends after a bad date and cry, god damn it. Like,
yeah.
I think it is so much more freeing now that I'm not an emotionally stunted individual who lets people hug me now and who like, girl, I cry and I giggle. Like,
freeing.
It feels so good. And so men, women, they, thems, my AMABs, my AFABs, if y'all bitches don't start crying, it feels so good. And I don't even have to be on Prozac to learn how to do that. I got that from therapist Michelle. Ooh.
And that's that on that.
But yeah, stop calling me aggressive and be emotionally in tune with yourself. That's what I have to say.
To be honest.
That's what I have to say.
Well, folks, if you're still here, you made it to the end of our episode.
It's true. Just like the conclusion of my douchey little drink, we are now at the conclusion of our, count it, second episode.
Dose. I hope you all enjoyed it. Stay tuned. We have some very exciting episodes coming up that I just can't wait to get into it. It's going to be so good. We have some guests coming. Some fun topics, some hot topics, some intense topics. And yeah.
It's the hot topic.
It's the hot topic.
It's the hot topic. Yeah. No, we are very excited. We have a lot planned for you guys, and we hope to see you next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that. And then maybe you don't show up the week after that. I get it. But then come back the week after that.
Exactly. Take a break, but then come back. This
is a really Midwestern coded goodbye.
It is. It is. Okay, we're going to let y'all go. Bye.
Get the hell out of here.